Hello and welcome to my sewing channel. My name is Delilah and today is Friday, so it's like my Friday sews vlog, like my sew and tell, where I show you and talk about all things sewing and share with you like some of the things that I've made. But it's also Veterans Day, and so I do have like a little tribute. My dad is a veteran, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to also share with you the pattern of this shirt that I made and also let you know what other pattern I'm working on. Another simplicity pattern. It's actually a McCall's pattern. So I have a McCall's pattern review coming up, and I'll share with you what one that is because I already made it and I'm really loving it, and it's really cozy for winter. So I first want to thank you for, let's see, where did I put that? Watching the video on me showing my daughter how to sew. I mean, was that just the cutest or not? And the reason that sparked that is because a few weeks ago I had asked you guys like, oh, how old were you when you sewed? And I loved all the stories that you guys shared with me. Some of you started sewing when you were like 5. Some of you didn't even remember. You had just always had like a needle and thread in hand. The video is just so incredibly entertaining. Like, I love my little girl. She's just so precious to me. And this is the skirt that she sewed up. I mean, I did finish the edges with my serger and things like that, but for the most part, she sewed everything up, and I will leave a link to that video in the descriptions tab below so that you don't miss out on that one. It's very, very entertaining. So the next thing I also want to share with you, let's address Veterans Day, okay? I love all of our vets. A lot of the privileges that we have are due to our soldiers. And my dad, I just wanted to share this because he served in the Operation Iraqi Freedom. And we have this, and this one he presented to my oldest daughter. And I just think it is really neat because this is actually the flag. Let me read this to you. It says, this flag was flown over liberated Iraq aboard a F-16, which is the greatest fighter aircraft in the world. So it has the flag right over here. Sorry, it's hard for me to hold up. And just all these different patches and things that he earned in the war. So we keep this hung up, but I thought I would just share this with you guys today. My dad also is the commander of the DAV, and he helps and supports all of the veterans that are in need and that need assistance, and he volunteers his time. He does it all for free. He helps them fill out claims to try to help them get benefits that they need. So if you want to support him in honor of Veterans Day, I'll leave a link in the descriptions tab below. So another thing that I want to share with you for sewing, I actually made these, and I feel so bad because I just didn't have time to put a tutorial, but look at how cute these fabric pumpkins are. Let's see if I can get this to focus. And I made a whole bunch of these, and then I attached, I just hot glued these stems to them. And so I have a lot of them sitting right here in different sizes. And then some of them just have like the tie around them for fabric. And then I also made these with, I still need to sew up the edge, but I made these on my embroider machine, Thankful and Blessed. And I think that's just a cute addition to put right here. This is actually my front room. When people walk in, they see my front room. And no, I didn't make those pillows. I just bought these pillows. I just wish I had all the time in the world to share with you different like tutorials and things that I've made, because these pumpkins are super easy. You can probably find a tutorial on YouTube somewhere. You put the thread through, you know, you get one of those long thread needles. I can't remember what they're called when they're so long. And you just put the embroidery thread, like the thick floss thread, through and just tug it. And that's how you make the cute little grooves in them. And I made a ton of these, and they're so fun to display out because you can start putting them out like late August, clear up until after Thanksgiving, which brings me to the point of being I'm to that point again where I'm like kind of getting inspiration overload. Like there's so many things I want to make, and I have a list of like Christmas things that I want to sew. So tell me, are you sewing gifts for Christmas this year, or what is your plan? So what guidelines are you setting for yourself so that you don't go like absolutely crazy by trying to get like all these gifts sewn? So for example, yeah, I did start early on in the year. So now I'm thinking like, oh, I want to embroider all my stockings, my Christmas stockings, to say like everybody's names. There's some funny things that I want to do. I am wanting to finish up some hot pads. Oh, and by the way, I've been working on this quilt for my daughter, and it's almost done. So I'm still working on the editing with that, but I'm going to show you that is the deco quilt. And so if you've been following along with that as well, don't worry, I'm not going to like leave you hanging. I'm going to post a quilting video on that one as well. And so my daughter, I have talked about it several times, my oldest one, she is in nursing school, and I do want to show you one thing that I've been doing for her, because I think this is a great idea. I think that you guys could use this idea as well. If you have like someone that needs extra support, maybe you have someone like in your church or a neighbor or someone that is not feeling good or going through a hard time or going through like a big challenge, like, you know, finishing school and stuff like that. And she's like 4 hours away. And so I want to be able to support her. So what I did is I designed these really fun cards. I'm all about loving to create. I even create cards. I like to create graphics. That's also why I also have those sewing t-shirts available in my Etsy shop. But these are just so much fun. Like this one says, keep going, and it has the nurse, I don't know, that heartbeat tool. I don't know what it's called. And then this one, Girls Got Goals. What I did, this is where the idea comes along for you too, is I addressed a whole bunch of them in her name. So I'll show you this part. So I addressed a whole bunch of them in her name, and I kind of showed like the family members and people like, do you want to write on one of these cards a cute note? And so they're like, sure. So they write on the cards a cute note, and then they seal it and give it back to me. And then I've already got it postage, and every day I'm sending her a card that is from one of our family members that's just like a note of inspiration. So I thought that was a great way to be able to support her. I'm trying to see, there's some funny ones in here as well. But here's one too, like, you're doing awesome. Because the other day she had called me, and she's just remarkable. She had assisted in delivering a baby, and I'm like, I couldn't do that. So just a shout out to all of you nurses. I know there's a few of you that are nurses that also sew. So I love it when you leave me a comment and let me know that you're out there. But yes, going back to sewing for Christmas, what are your plans? And do you have any ideas for me on how to scale back and not be so overwhelmed? Because I'm telling you, even as I am standing here talking to you, my list of sewing for Christmas just gets higher and higher and higher. Like, for example, I wanted to do like an advent calendar where people will make one and they quilt one and then they put little trinkets inside, and so I could give it to my youngest daughter. But some of these things I'm like, I've got to let go. I cannot do it all. I can't do it all. Now, as I'm sitting here talking to you guys and I'm moving my hands and stuff like this, when I watched that video of my youngest daughter when we did our sewing video last week, her mannerisms are so cute and funny. But then it made me realize, oh my gosh, all the ways that she was talking, and she'd be like moving her head back and forth like this, and she's like talking with her hands, and I'm just like, she's a mini me.
Because then you cannot watch my videos. I would not put it on. Okay. Just kidding.
Now, about this shirt, I made this a couple weeks ago. I can't remember. There's the pattern number right there, and it's got, you know, I did make it with the seam going down the middle. I really love it. I love the fit of it. I like the cuff sleeves. It's made with a double brush poly that I bought from Joann's, because, you know, fabric.com is out of business. So I've been relying a lot on Joann's fabric a lot. let's see, did I get, but I did make this McCall 7839 because you guys, I am loving loungewear. So let me know if you have found, I need bottoms. I need loungewear bottoms. So if you have a pattern in mind, leave a comment so I can read that, a pattern for bottoms, because I made this top and I'm not going to show it to you yet. I know, sorry. I won't show it to you yet because I'm going to put out a pattern review and I will post that video next week. And I'm really loving it. I really love it. And so now I just want to make, I do have enough fabric to make me some leftover bottoms so that I can have like a jogging suit, jumpsuit, lounge suit type thing. So let me know if you have any suggestions. I do want to encourage you to check out all the other Friday Sews videos by typing in hashtag Friday Sews in the search bar. And I want to thank Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for putting together this fun Friday activity for everyone to kind of go and see all the other sewing channels. So I do hope you subscribe if you haven't already, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and come back next week. And until next time, happy sewing. Bye guys.